Hi, my name is Garrett Ramos. I am your host.
I am Sisi. I am a Lyft driver.
And this is the Proto experiment for the Lyft Off podcast. Now, as you just mentioned, what is the point of doing so? Well, I do take Lyft quite a bit because I'm a fan of it because A, I hate driving, B, I hate driving in LA, and C, I happen to drink a lot. That being said, how do you like being a Lyft driver?
I like it a lot, and I'm not just saying that because I'm lifting you right now. I like it a lot. I get to meet people that I wouldn't otherwise meet. I get to go to places in the city that I wouldn't otherwise go to.
Have you interesting people that you meet? How do you mean?
Well, I met an ex-English professor whose father lived on Skid Row when he was 13 years old by himself. And this guy was also a writer for an old sitcom from, like, what was it, like the Bob Newhart Show or something like that. Am I turning right or going straight?
Straight, please.
Straight, yeah. Hello, bus. Hello.
Hello, bus.
Do you see me?
That's astounding.
I love stories, so that's a good place to get stories.
That's the great thing about Lyft is that I've never met actually with notable exceptions, never really met a Lyft driver without like a good story.
It encourages that kind of interaction, which I like.
Going to make a left on Olympic, by the way.
Oh, left on Olympic.
Do you yourself have a good story? Not necessarily even Lyft-based, life-based, life in turn.
My own life?
Yes. Tell me everything. I want to know everything about you to know. You were born and raised in Oregon, correct?
Yes, I was born and raised in Oregon, and I moved to New York when I was 22. And
how'd you like it?
I love New York. I hated it the first 5 years, but I grew to love it.
Took you long enough to like it.
You have to give it at least 3 years before you make any kind of conclusions.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then
we're going to be going back that other way.
Make a left?
The opposite direction of which we are heading.
Did I just turn in the wrong thing?
You did, but that's entirely
Adios
okay.
Mio.
I was pointing because I didn't want to say anything.
No, it's all good.
But no, it's entirely.
This is just like I'm not a taxi driver. I lay no claim on that. I am definitely your friend with a car.
Do you do anything else apart from Lyft?
Yeah, right now I'm studying to be a teacher.
Oh, that's awesome.
A middle school teacher.
What subject?
I've also done some acting. English. I want to teach. I've worked with middle schoolers before in an after-school nonprofit, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm looking to continue to work with middle schoolers, but get my teaching credentials.
You do seem very well spoken.
Why, thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely. Your use of nomenclature is second to none. You did some acting.
I did.
New York or LA?
New York, a little bit.
Stage or screen?
Well, I did regional theater. I did some stuff in Rochester and Buffalo, and then I've also been on All My Children.
You've been on All My Children?
As a nurse for several years.
I have a friend.
No. I'm a rank and file actor. I wasn't like a character.
I have a friend who was on All My Children as an orderly, which I
probably met him. What's his name? Can you reveal his name?
I'll bleep it out later, but his name.
How long ago did he
This was about maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago.
But here's the thing: is that his profession on Facebook is A, actor, and then B, orderly on All My Family. And I'm just like, did you put your role as your occupation?
Well, sometimes it feels like that.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I was doing it for, I can't even remember how many years, but I was an ER nurse, I was a triage nurse, I was a neonatal nurse. You know,
you just like on their speed dial, just like, we need a nurse. What kind? Does it matter? No.
Yeah, they were very cool about keeping people on their list.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I had a good time with them. They were really sweet.
I threw on the scrubs once and walked around in the background. I forget what the show was called. I think it made it to pilot stage.
But you don't remember the name of it?
Oh God, it was like Our Father or something like that about a dad who moves into the same college as his son and wants to hang out with his friends. It's terrible.
Like Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
Very much so, but the series.
Ah, okay.
The series.
Okay.
And it was the guy who did Scrubs.
Okay.
That director. And so, like, you know, I'm obviously very verbose. I talk at great lengths whether you want me to or not, except for when I'm sleeping, as far as I know. And so I'm just like talking on set and joking, and he's just like, "What did you just say?" I'm like, "Oh, I just made a joke." I'm like, "Sorry, I'll shut up." He goes, "No. Can you say that on camera?" I'm like, "Can I get my SAG card?" He goes, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "All right, then yes, I'm in."
Oh, perfect. That's how you got your SAG card?
That's how I got my SAG card. By making a really bad joke in I'm using air quotes, but that doesn't really matter because we're on a podcast.
Wait, am I still going the right way?
Yes, you are.
Because
we're going to
we're not punching in the destination.
It's gonna be a left. It's gonna be a Rite Aid.
Okay.
And that's where we're going
That's
to.
where you live.
I do. I live at the Rite Aid. It's a very comfortable dumpster. The rent is cheap. My roommate's a rat. He pays me in cheese. He's very nice. His name is Spencer.
Awesome.
So if you could tell anybody, if you can give anybody advice on what to do with their lives, what would it be? Since we're coming up to like right now. Parting advice.
Parting advice.
Lift wisdom. And all your
Try something you're scared of every day and never regret anything.
That's amazing. That's perfect. I'm Grant Ramos. I've been your host.
And I'm Sisi, the Lyft driver.
And that's the first episode of Lyft Off. Let's see if it actually worked.
This is a completely unsafe place.
She won't let me.
Look, I'm turning off the thing.
You don't gotta turn it off.
Yeah.
She wouldn't let me leap out in the middle of the road.
No, you can't leap out.
What were the words
of green light?
What were the words? It was a red light.
For like 2 seconds.
What were the words of wisdom you just gave me? Do something you're scared of.
Do something. Well, I didn't say do something really stupid that you're scared of.
Okay,
I was thinking more like, jumping out of an airplane or something fun.
As opposed to jumping in the car.
Yeah.
What we can't do is we can't turn into that pharmacy window.
You can't turn into there?
You can.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yes. Oh, you are fun. I'm looking at her star system. I just learned that my... No, you don't have to do it in front of me. You can wait.
No, I don't care. I give most people 5s. And I even gave the guy who threw up... Well, he didn't exactly throw up in my car. He almost threw up in my car. He threw up on this side. But I gave him 4 stars. Because everybody gets drunk. And I think he was really conscious of not throwing up in my car. He just kind of threw up on his hands.
Best. All right, thank you very much for the ride. I really appreciate it.
You're very